Deadline day is 1 week away. As you've been hearing, plenty going on at Manchester City. What about other departures from the Etihad? Well, we are told that talks have taken place with Napoli over defender Eliakim Mangala. It's understood they're one of a number of clubs interested in taking the Frenchman on loan. He remains a City player for now, but there is an expectation that he will leave in this window. And the same could be said for a certain Samir Nasri. Sky sources say Besiktas are interested in the player. Reports indicate a loan with a view to a permanent transfer is under discussion. News of another man potentially on his way out at Manchester City, and that is the striker Wilfried Bony. We told you yesterday West Ham were interested, and manager Slaven Bilic confirmed as much just this morning.
Good player. He's an option because he plays that position that we tried even before the injuries to sign a player there, so he's a centre forward.
Yeah, those are thoughts of Bilic on Bony, and his search for a striker does not end there. A move for Juventus forward Simone Zaza has not been ruled out either.
He's a top player and I like the player. I mean, I was here last year, so it tells you everything. And we were in contact with him last year. It didn't happen. We're going to see this year, yeah. Now it's a few days only.
Yeah, potentially Bony and Zaza then for West Ham United. News of another potential arrival at West Ham United, if we can get to him. Sky sources have told us FC Sion midfielder Edimilson Fernandez has agreed to join for a fee of £5.5 million. Fernandez is expected to have a medical later. He's the cousin of the former Manchester City player Gelson Fernandez. Let's go then to Manchester United. Been a very busy window so far, the second highest spenders. But what about the future of the former German captain Bastian Schweinsteiger? He hasn't figured under Jose Mourinho, but has declared United will be his last European club. He went on to say he would be ready if the team needs him. Let's see if that happens. Let's go from Manchester United and let's go to Southampton, and potentially a huge transfer in the offing at St Mary's. Sky sources have told us they are close to agreeing a fee for Lille's attacking midfielder Sofiane Boufal. The money being discussed is in excess of £20 million. Watford are also interested in the player. Now, it could be one in, one out at Southampton. The Everton manager, Ronald Koeman, is keen to be reunited with the right-back Cuco Martina. Sky sources have told us the fee involved is around £2.5 million. Now, staying with Everton, what is the latest on their hopes of bringing in Lamine Kone? Well, Sunderland manager David Moyes says he's rejected Everton's bid because they can't find suitable replacements. It's understood the bid will be active again if Sunderland can bring in the right players. Well, talking of the right players, I'm told that they are interested in the Barnsley centre-half Alfie Mawson. It is our understanding that Mawson is keen on a move to the Premier League. There are, though, other clubs interested in the player. Another line to bring you from Sunderland, and Sky sources are telling us that they are closing in on the Atletico Madrid defender Javier Manquillo. We understand he's arrived in the northeast for a medical and that a season-long loan deal has been agreed for the former Liverpool player. Let's now go to Arsenal. Arsenal fans emailing us all the time asking what is happening with their transfer activity. What is happening then with the pursuit of the Valencia defender Shkodran Mustafi? I'm told negotiations continue on this one. It's our information Mustafi and his agent met club officials yesterday and was told he can leave if, and it's a big if, an adequate offer comes in. It's thought a deal could be agreed at £26 million. Valencia, though, need to sell players if they are to comply with financial fair play rules. Do not think we've heard the last of Mustafi and Arsenal in this transfer window. But if it doesn't happen, they are looking, our Arsenal, at other defensive targets. Turkish international Omar Toprak remains of interest, and the player himself has admitted he could leave Bayer Leverkusen in this transfer window. Let's go from Arsenal and let's go to Chelsea. Plenty of incoming so far during this window, but potentially one man on his way out, Juan Cuadrado. We are told the player's agent will be in London over the next few days to negotiate Cuadrado's return on loan to Juventus. Let's go from Chelsea. Let's go to Tottenham Hotspur and the saga And it is the saga. That is the Marseille winger, Georges-Kevin Nkoudou. It rumbles on. There's still an expectation the deal will go through, but a takeover at the French club is delaying the deal. Clinton NG would move the other way on a season-long loan. Now, staying with Tottenham, and Sky sources have told us that they are interested in Bayer Leverkusen attacking midfielder Hakan Çalhanoğlu. The Turkish international is set to fit Tottenham's profile. However, he is one of a number of options that they are looking at. So, potential arrivals at Tottenham. What about departures at Tottenham Hotspur? Well, talks continue with Hull City over the signing of the midfielder Ryan Mason. And Mason isn't the only midfielder that could yet be on his way out of White Hart Lane. Schalke are still in for Nabil Bentaleb. The Algerian international has been told he does not feature in Mauricio Pochettino's plans. And what seems like a mini exodus at White Hart Lane continues. The American defender Deandre Yedlin has joined Newcastle United. He made one appearance for Tottenham in 2 years and spent last season on loan at Sunderland. Yedlin has signed a 5-year contract. Now staying with Newcastle, and confirmation that Daryl Janmaat has completed his move to Watford. The Dutch defender has signed a 4-year contract and the fee is understood to be £7 million. Another man who could be on his way out is, if we can get to Newcastle again, we can, is the goalkeeper Tim Krul. Sky sources have told us the Dutchman will travel to Holland tonight ahead of signing for Ajax on loan for the season. We understand he's agreed to extend his contract at Newcastle until 2018 before he moves. Krul will have a medical tomorrow and is likely to replace Barcelona-bound Jasper Cillessen. Staying with Newcastle, news of yet another departure. Midfielder Henri Saivet has joined Saint-Etienne on loan until the end of the season. Saivet made 2 starts since signing from Bordeaux in January. Now, staying in the Championship, let's go to Fulham. And I'm told Asamoah Gyan is expected in the UK this week to take a medical and discuss personal terms. Gyan is currently with Chinese club Shanghai SIPG, and talks continue over how much his sizable wage Fulham would have to pay. Now, let's go from Fulham. Let's stay in the Championship, and a club that is notoriously very, very busy during transfer windows. It is, of course, Queen's Park Rangers. And look at this. For a familiar face, we are told there is an interest in the former Arsenal striker, Nicholas Bentner. We understand the Danish international is keen on a move back to London. There is so much happening in this transfer window, as you can see. As it stands, Paul Pogba's £93.25 million move from Juventus to Manchester United remains the biggest deal of this or any other window, but Manchester City are the biggest spenders. That's partly due to the £50 million purchase of John Stones and the £37 million capture of Leroy Sané from Schalke. And if you look at the actual numbers, Manchester City's spend is in excess of £156 million. They're closely followed by Manchester United, rather like the early Premier League table. And if this works, yes, it does. At the other end of the scale are Hull, about to spend for the first time, with talks continuing over Ryan Mason. What it all means is we are heading for a record. That's right, the first £1 billion spend is firmly on the cards with just 1 week to go until the window shuts.